ready. We are off. It's morning routine. Gonna go check the waters, feed some cows, turn on some waters. Just the usual, so grader. Here's the water. It's full and got some cows, got some runoff, and if you look in the distance there, there's some cows licking on a tub. It's a mineral tub. We just use Vitalix. They think they're getting fed today, but we feed every other day right now with these girls, with this group of girls. Feed every other day. Satisfies them enough. But yeah, and here in the second week of February or third week or so, these mamas will be calving. We'll have some calves on the ground. Be pretty awesome if we had some nice weather like today for calving. What are you doing over there, mama? Just chilling? Okay. In we go. Because of the drought, we've had to put out a lot more mineral than usual, which is fine, but in the summertime, we don't normally put out mineral because, I mean, we do, but we were having to put it out constantly this summer because of the drought. It's not ideal, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Make sure they're healthy and getting all their nutrients and minerals and everything. Gotta make sure those babies are nice and healthy when they come out. We build all of our gates out here for the barbed wire gates, and Dad always puts a staple on the top of the post and the bottom of the post for the wires, and we always have to make sure we get that bottom wire over the staple and that top wire under the staple. And when people come out to like either help us or we have friends out and they're riding along with us and they're getting gates, they're always so confused by those staples. Well, we've got those staples there because those cows will rub on those posts and will pop that wire up. And if that staple's there on the top and bottom, they're not going to pop the wire off. So it's an extra step and it makes the gates a little harder to open and close, but saves us in the long run. If we ever cows want to rub up on it, we're not going to have cows out. So this time of year, we sometimes have the waters are frozen and we have to chop ice, but luckily we've had some pretty warm nights and days that we don't have much ice. This next tank we're going to go look at is the bull's tank in the bull pasture, and it's a pretty big tank and it's really unprotected, so there might be some ice on it. We might chop some of that ice, but for the most part we don't have much ice to chop unless, you know, it gets cold. But our morning routine is just checking all the waters, making sure everyone has water. If it's their day for them to get feed, we'll feed them. We usually are on like an every other day, every 2-day basis, depending on the weather. If it's nice out, it's every other day. If it's cold out, feed them almost every day, but it's not to the point where it's that cold yet. So, and the way we've got the cows plotted out right now is about 60 head in each pasture, and we alternate on those days of what we feed, so we're not feeding just strictly every other day. We're feeding each pasture on its own day. What we're looking at, going over there to that pasture, Another gate. With this gate though, we've got the easy latch on it. Some people like them, some people hate them. I'm neutral. Because, see, you just pop that up. An easy latch. Pretty easy. See, that's the staple I was talking about. There's a staple down there. And there's a wire, the wire there. And if you get that wire up over that staple, they're not going to push it out. And we got the two staples here that they're not going to rub up against. Here we go. On to the next pasture, tank, and cows. Yes, I just backed up in a pasture. That's what I do. And we're off. No, about, probably 2-3 years ago. I think it's 2, maybe it's just 2, maybe it's just 1. I don't remember. Anyways, 2 years ago, however long ago, Grandpa had some cattle guards put in on the place just so he could go in and look at his cows without having to worry about gates. He's 91 years old, so it only made sense to put some cattle guards in. He still gets up every morning, drives around, checks all of his waters, and I just chop the ice for him, since obviously he can't do that. And like the bulls, it's a wire gate, so anytime there's a wire gate, I just go in there and check it, or Bridget does, somebody does, and just kind of split the responsibility. But he likes to get in on it still. 91 years old, he'll help move his cows, he'll do everything you want him to if he can willingly in his pickup, but just gotta help him out here and there. So that's pretty awesome. He's been here his whole life in this area. He was born in 1929. Grew up where he's living now. Went to school on the hill where my parents' house is. He has been around. He could tell you anything and everything about this area of Gary Valley. We're pretty lucky to have him around. He knows the weather pretty well, what it's going to do, when it's going to do it, how much of it's going to come. That's a long time to be in one area. And you're not taking him out of it, that's for sure too. Stubborn old rancher. The lane we just went down is in a pasture, obviously. And this pasture we're in is our calving pasture over here at Grandpa's. It's got really tall grass, which is really nice in the winter because that's going to catch all the snow and give the cows and calves some protection. Bien. Pretty good. Oh, here in another day or two I'll give the replacement heifers a bale, but for right now they're looking pretty full and happy. Woohoo! Yee! Bridget mentioned this in a video couple videos ago that they were having some bad eyes. If you see that feeder in there, yeah, we were giving them some old hay, just finishing up last year's hay, and didn't realize it, but there were some cheatgrass stickers in there. And if you don't know what cheatgrass is, it's just a long pain in the butt sticker, and it was getting in their eyes and irritate them. And it's like if you get a sticker in your eye, it itches, and well, calves can't itch their eyes, so we got to go in there and pick the stickers out, put some ointment in their eyes, and we did that for about 2 weeks, and we did it on like an every 3 or 4 day basis, and we got them cleared up. And man, I think we caught it just in time. And if a person doesn't, it gets out of hand and you get some pretty nasty eyes. And we're just gonna pick one of these bales up. Just it's alfalfa from our local guy that we get it at a feedlot. They bale up all the hay and we buy it from them. Fortunate to have that, because well, we don't have any pivots around here, and it's kind of expensive to have a pivot, but here we go. Click this on. Got some handles. So Christmas is coming up, and for most people, they get probably Christmas Eve or a week off, a couple days off for Christmas. But for us, we don't get that. We work 24/7, 365. But it's not work when you're doing what you love, you know? So usually, if we've got a white Christmas, and it's usually kind of chilly on Christmas, we'll come out. We gotta feed the cows. They've got to eat and have water, and all the animals at the house, they've got to eat and have water too. Their Christmas present is a big old alfalfa bale. Usually on Christmas morning, we get up super early, and people that drink coffee will drink their coffee and open a few presents, and then before lunch we'll go out and feed the cows, check everything, and do our normal routine like we do every other day. This place, you can see the chimney right here, is the old Price place. Chimney's still there, and over there where those trees are and where some of those cows are was a round pen for the horses. They broke a lot of horses here. That water's good. So, hey mamas. Here they come a-running. Get them to follow us. some replacement heifers, not replacement, their first calf heifers this year. They're going to calve. And then the old steer getting in on some feed.
A strange one.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Feeding.
Feeding. Is this about the first time you fed these?
No.
You fed them before?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. It's probably...
That's why we're going over there to those cows. Gotta go all the way around on the lane. Good morning, good morning. Where's your tag? Did you lose your tag? Did you guys get some water? Am I a little slow? No, you got some water still. Either. All of our, not all of them, but most of our floats are these quick attach. So you just push that down, push that, and it's on there. Turn the hydrant on. Let there be water. Huh, honey? Yeah. So the cows with pink tags are first calf heifers. They're gonna calve for the first time here in 2 months. And we got a few with green tags. And they're 5-year-olds. So all of our tags, all of our cows, over the years, they got different colored tags. We got orange, red, green, and purple. And then there's a couple other colors. But the year goes by the color. It's like candy to them. They'll sit here and lick on this all day. Huh.